Welcome everybody. Hello and welcome to Footy Abroad on your lovely Tuesday, the 12th of August, 2025. We are here after a very, very interesting round 22. Lads, good evening.
Good evening. Welcome. It's going to be a good one.
Good to be here.
Pommy, you got a fresh shirt? Or I think we should just start off the bat with, what are you wearing?
Hey, here we are. A bit of Frankie Says Relax with a little bit of Frankie Evans. Frankie Evans available at Pommy and Oz stores, going live this evening. So, yeah, check that out. Big shout out to Keith as well, my mate, who had this made within 24 hours. So, can't buy service like that. Buy Australian. If you buy Australian, they'll look after you. 24-hour turnaround.
Oh, that's good. What I'm talking about. That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
I was like, what button did I just click? I can't see anyone.
Yeah. That's the new intro now. So
it's the Riley Reid button.
Yeah.
So wait, did I hear that right? They're going to be available on your website tonight?
Yeah, there should be tonight. Yeah, just got to work out Mrs. Pom, crack the whip a little bit, get the admin department of Pommy and Oz working. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get Graham Wright down.
Will we have a link by the end of the show to send to the people in the live chat?
Yeah, we should do. We should be able to work that out.
All right, great. Luke, Swoop. Why don't we start with you, mate? What is happening?
Baby, all part of the plan. All part of the plan is what I'm telling myself. Otherwise, I'll be a mess crying into the corner. Man, that was wild. That was wild. I talked a big game on Footy Abroad last Tuesday, and they let me down. They absolutely let me down. It was embarrassing. Really, it was I've been using the word insipid a lot. I've never used that word in my life. In the last 2 weeks, that's all I've been saying on all of my reviews and posts. And it's been, been crazy. And, Jeremy Howe going down in the first minute. We've been talking up Howie and Billy Frampton coming back and saying, these guys will help Darcy Moore out. They'll help our back line get back to where they were 6 weeks ago. And then, Jeremy Howe gets bloody concussed in the first minute. And, yeah, that was cooked. It's it's wild losing on the weekend as we did, but still being third on the ladder because Brisbane shut the bed against Sydney. so which helped us. So that's Sydney saying thank you for paying $500,000 or $250,000 of Grundy's contract. So a bit of good sports there. But it's crazy. And now we go to Adelaide. So if there's anything that I'm hanging on to, it's that we play well in Adelaide. Crows haven't beaten us since 2016. West Coast kept Adelaide goalless. They put up a good fight. They can bleed. And just crawling to the finals and fucking just bang. New season in the finals is what I'm hoping for.
Mate, I went to the game on Thursday because I haven't had the privilege of watching good footy all year, but for a couple of games. I literally went to watch Collingwood, like a real team, Collingwood play, and I say this like carefully, but you literally looked like Carlton. Like,
our fans are acting like Carlton fans, so it's a bit wild. It's a bit of the wild west at the moment. But it was not the Collingwood. Look, I don't want to make excuses and stuff like that, so I'm not going to. But it was just not the Pies that have been there, and not even at least we showed a little bit of fight against the Lions. Craig McRae was the angriest I've seen him in the press conference, which is saying something because he didn't even seem angry, but you can just tell. And she's gonna be on for young and old on Saturday.
All right, Jake, Saints, Tigers, MCG, blockbuster, absolute thriller at the G. What happened?
The same as the other weeks. Our losses were all the same, and our wins have been all the same, albeit a little bit in the way that we kind of had to overcome different hurdles. But 3 in a row, it's almost taken a back seat, though, to be honest. The footy, I haven't really thought about it the last 3 weeks. We've had good wins, but not good wins, but we've had wins. But it's all the other shit that's kind of occupying my mind, which is completely just coming in like a freight train at the moment. But it was nice to see, like, we fielded a younger team than Richmond. We started well. I think they probably didn't get enough credit for making it the type of game that it was. And we rallied late and kind of got the job done. It was ugly, but you take a win any way you can get it. And I'll take that one and move on pretty quickly.
Yeah. Pommy?
Mate, Blues. Another week, another loss. When you have a few losses, it just means that when you lose, you got another week closer to your win, innit? You told me that. So that's one way to look at it. I mean, look, to be honest, the season's done. All I'm about now is Frankie Evans. Let's be honest. The one man that's willing to make me happy is Frank. In 3 weeks, he nearly had his head knocked off because he just wanted to win a loose ball. Last week, he had some nice little moments. And then this week, did he? Hey, bullets inside 50, kicking snags, making it look easy. 10 minutes of decent football as well. I do feel better, though, because I did watch the fan cams, and the big consensus with Terry was Voss looks more relaxed in the press conferences. So that's a win, isn't it? 4 points are only for a season, but mental well-being's for life.
Yep. No, it's fantastic. Frankie's number one fan with $2.
Hey.
We love Frankie. Help, my name's stuck. Is this Teresa?
That's Teresa. She changed it. I'm now going to change it back.
Yeah, it's the amazing Teresa. She got around Frankie Evans, and unfortunately, God bless her, she's now stuck with that for 2 weeks. She did it just in the game to get around our boy Frankie. When I said if he kicks 4, I'll buy a Frankie Evans shirt to put behind me. And I mean, the best thing is she didn't do a tattoo bet. That could have been worse. That could have been a shit sight worse.
Who do you think would make and lose a tattoo bet between the 4 of us?
Me.
I'd make one, obvious, definitely.
I think it would be the 2 of you down the bottom. Yeah, I think it would be Pommy and Swoop that would make the bet.
Yeah,
we can do a
both
wager.
the idiots of the group.
We can do a tattoo wager.
Ooh.
Yeah, mate, whenever you want. We did have a tattue wager, if you remember last time, but then we talked ourselves down from it. It was the one time Calvin won.
Thank God. Thank God.
dear.
Was that? I was going to get. That wasn't. I probably said something stupid. I probably said I was going to get the logo tattooed on my ass or something.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
That sounds-
We played
Yeah,
for each
that
other's
sounds like me.
logos, and then
Yeah.
it was this chat that talked us out of it because Carlton had lost like 6 in a row. But I was like, you know me, bullishly confident.
Was this 2023?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Great
That
bet.
would have been that Carlton Hawthorn back to back, the ones that we lost. Yeah.
Okay.
You know me, Terry. When someone bags my team, I bag my team all the time. But when someone else does it, I go into bat for them, and I'm willing to do stupid shit.
Oh. It's amazing. So Carlton supporters, you can say what you want. We can say what we want about our club. The second an outsider says one, like even just breathes a word, it turns like that.
Well, it's like when growing up and stuff, and you could bully your sibling, but then you see someone else at school or a cousin bully your brother or sister or whatever. You go, hang on a second, only I can do that.
Yeah. That's how it works. That is
They
how
were
it
the
works.
best times, weren't they? When you'd like be proper mocking your little brother, and then one of your mates joins in, and
then
everyone
you turn on
you
them.
and him stop laughing and just look at him and be like, "What you say about my brother?"
Yeah. Oh, far out.
All right. Are we ready?
Well, hang on, before we jump into it, Terry.
Yeah.
Mr. Journo himself.
Mate.
Nice little art. I read a little bit of it. Nice little article. Then I had to get ready for dinner. I can't wait to sit down with the team and read a bit later. How'd it go?
Yeah, it was good. I had to dust off the pen license, had to find the pen license. And I haven't written about Carlton in a very, very long time. So yeah, Code Sports, aka the Herald Sun. So the piece was meant to go out last week, but then Goodwin got sacked. So I put it on hold.
So is this? Did you update it, or is it just from last week?
Yeah, so I put a little update in it because today we got news that Brad Lloyd would be moving on. So look, the premise of the article was, I love you, but you need to change, and we need you to be a bit more, ruthless and honest. So no, it's good. It'll be in the Herald Sun tomorrow. Great opportunity, and we'll see what comes of it.
Post a link if anyone wants to read it. I know only my channels will get it, but there's a link there for anyone who's interested.
I can get the link a little maybe later in the show as we end, and we can share it around. It was good. It's a good little piece, and we'll see how it's received. I've got a video coming out tomorrow with it. And
beautiful.
Yeah.
No, congrats. That's awesome.
Have some fun with it. Thank you very much. Let's begin because I am excited for the topics. Jake, you're the only winner on the weekend, so I think it's only right that you go first.
It's good to have someone that can actually write good articles, by the way, Terry, because there's a lot of shit coming out, but it's good to see there's some people with credibility writing some good stuff. So
I've just read it.
Kudos.
I've just read it, and at the end he says Nas is going to Port Adelaide, which is wild. I don't know why that would be in a Carlton article.
I've got.
It's just copy and paste. It's automatic, mate. It's just what I do.
A lot of people use too much words, don't they, and just get very wordy. But Terry's wasn't like a mitigating, arbitrary allotment of writing ability. So that was really good. No one will get that.
Carlton fans.
Brilliant though, Pom. Absolutely brilliant.
Wait, Jake, can I just? You'll have your topic, but can we just set the record straight? So there's a war chest, deconing Nas, Harley Reid, Wilkie wants out, Nas doesn't want it. Like, can we set the record straight? You're the Saints fan channel. What's fact? What's fiction? What's the, what is the underlying thing here? It looks like a hit job from the South Australian media. Like, can you just set the record straight? What's happening?
I mean, we'll know more after this show at 9:40 when Ross goes on Footy Classified, which will be interesting because that's when he usually tends to unleash. He doesn't go on 360 or any of these Fox Footy shows. He goes on the late night, and that's where I think he'll clear it up. I did exchange a little bit with the president earlier today about all of this, and there's a bit there that we'll hopefully learn tonight with Ross. With Ross, we'll leave it to Ross, the coach. He'll handle it, but I think from the outside, it's easy to just get stuck into the Saints and poke fun and this and that. But if you can just take a step back, look at it objectively, and look who started it. Michelangelo Rucci, South Australian. He's a freelancer at Port Adelaide, for God's sake. There's so many little links here that people don't look into. Actually, it's funny. He's got about 4 freelance jobs, so that's interesting. But one of them is Port Adelaide, and he's been kind of on us. He's never leaked a story. He's never done anything, but perfect timing. Pulls this out of nowhere, obviously to destabilize the club, use something like the war chest against us, and even, GWS now linked to Marcus Winhager and all the things with academies and everything we're trying to do with the northern clubs and whatnot. Obviously, there's clubs out there that are probably, a little bit upset, a little bit pissed off with what St Kilda's trying to do, and I think they'll absolutely take any chance they get in driving the knife in. So hopefully we can bulldoze our way through this. I feel like this is a very line in the sand moment. If we can come through it, the other side, hopefully the way I think we can, then we'll be better for it. But it's it's interesting times. I don't see in any world where a future captain like Kel Wilkie's going anywhere. So that one took me. That one kind of came out of nowhere. But again, he's South Australian. What a coincidence. Pick on the South Australian, link him back home where Naz wants to go. Like, you got to do a bit of groundwork and you'll see the connections, and hopefully Ross can kind of put most of it to bed, because obviously some of it is valid, but I don't think, I think the rumblings, I think it's just kind of an easy shot from specific, all SEN, funnily enough, as well. So,
Wow.
I'll hold fire. I'll hold fire until I hear Ross tonight, and then I'll have a bit more of a clearer picture.
Is there going to be a video of you? I feel like there's a video coming.
If I can get, I don't know if they do. 9 Now does live, I think, but I was going to do like a little, potentially a watch along and just watch Ross and do a live stream with it and get Sainers to tune in. But it's a delicate spot to be put in.
Wow.
As a Saints fan, it's this is the most panic I've seen in a long time. Even when Ratton was sacked, it was more kind of relief and new dawn, and this is kind of like we're so close to getting over that edge of being a joke that it's almost like this is the battle we need to win to then get to that point. And if we lose it, then we set ourselves back. And I can't imagine that we're throwing more money at Aaliyah than we are at one of our best defender, and probably another All-Australian jacket. So common sense needs to prevail. And Windhager's not going to the Pies. Get over it, Luke. Piehager's not happening, mate.
Well, let me just get this straight. Let me just get this straight. There could be a Ross-along at 9:40 p.m.
A Ross-along.
That's actually good. Yeah, maybe. We'll see if I can get it going on the computer. But I can't imagine he's going on there to just talk about playing Essendon on Friday night. I think he's there to
huge game.
Yeah, but he's there to calm everyone down. I think.
So, Leakalea is not getting paid anything close to what Cal Wilkie is getting paid next year. We'll tick that one. Nas, we don't know.
I'd be confident. Yeah, Nas, if he goes, it's because he wants to go home. It's got nothing to do with being late to the party, not offering him enough. It's nothing like that. It's home or it's signing the biggest contract a St Kilda player's ever been offered. Up to you. So, yeah.
And what about Marshall? Just poor big Marshall, just not feeling the love.
2 weeks ago, he said he'd happily play dual ruck. And do people actually think we went to we've talked to De Koning without Rowe having any sort of idea? Honestly,
true.
It's just no chance in hell that that's even happened. So I think it's just a lot of, trying to stop St Kilda from doing some good work potentially, and trying to keep a small club in its corner. I think we've seen that with other clubs, and even Carlton's taken some hits lately. Collingwood, there's a mass exodus. Every club's got 4 or 5 players that are supposed to be leaving at season's end, So I think the football itself must be boring that they're just taking jab after jab. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Fair. thanks for clearing that up.
Pleasure.
What have you got for us tonight? What is the topic? By the way, Rossalong, I think you should roll with that.
Should I I'll update the title.
Yeah, it's a Rossalong.
If I can get it, hopefully I get the nine now, is it? Because I don't have free to wear, so hopefully I can get it. But
You get 9 now.
yeah. This is a kind of link to what we were talking about, but I just kind of had I don't know if this is something that has been talked about. Maybe it has, but I don't think we've talked about it on the show. But I kind of started thinking about AFL trade period and transfer fees. So on top of just the draft pick and getting a player based on their salary and what they get, having sort of a commercial worth of those players. So like for us, losing Naz is memberships, it's gate takings, it's crowds, it's sponsorship appeal, it's getting closer to a flag. Say he gets 2 million at Port. To us, he's worth more than that. Is there a world, do you think, where that could maybe help smaller clubs recoup value? So say we lose Naz, but we get pick 5 and $4 million or something, and then we can go and load up and get another player of an equal value. Maybe Port don't want to lose Butters, but they give us money that can go to another player from another club to poach or something like that. But on the flip side, then that's maybe letting rich clubs dominate more, like the EPL or the big 4 or 5. They can just throw big money at everyone. But remember, there can still be limits to this, right? In like a financial fair play sort of situation. But do you think that could work in the AFL? Because like if we lose Naz, I think we lose more than what Port gains. But I don't think that's met in the deal. I don't think that can possibly be met based on what he could be for us, the crowd, and how much we love him. What are your thoughts on that?
I think with the salary cap, it's tricky. So you're saying the trade value is not just the player, it's the player plus what the player brings off the field.
The player's worth to the club.
How do you quantify that though?
Well, that's why I kind of thought maybe I don't know if you can mention memberships. Like if we lost Naz, we will lose memberships. There's already a value there.
Yeah,
there's already like, I don't want to put a number, but I'd imagine maybe 5,000 to 10,000 members might be questioning next year if we lost Naz. I really do think that's a lot of money. You add it up over the year and what an average membership would cost. Maybe crowd numbers drop a little bit. Sponsorship appeal, obviously, Nike, Adidas, all them would want to sign on the big guns like Harley, Naz, Cripper, Neil, all these sort of players. You could probably quantify it in that way. But it does beg the question, like, who's your most valuable player in that way?
Yeah, no, I understand. I think theoretically, I understand what you're saying. But like, if you were to lose Naz this trade period, but then pick up Harley Reid for the reported 25 million, 12 years, does that negate what you would get for losing players, do you think? Because then you would have to give West Coast money in this scenario.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, to be honest, I didn't go that far into it.
Oh,
but
no,
yeah,
I know.
As a top line. I'd imagine if it would be like the case where, we want 2 top 10 picks for Naz, say Port only have 1, then they basically pay that X amount, whatever it might be, that can go towards a player, but they're not giving us that pick. So they're kind of making up for it financially as opposed to with the draft pick. So, hey, we can't give you 2 top 10s, so you can't draft 2 potential guns, but we'll give you enough money that you can maybe go to another free agent, go to another player that's under contract, and maybe they can fill the void for you in the meantime, with that first round pick that we'll already give you. I'm just kind of spitballing different, more flexible scenarios to support. I think it's mainly for the smaller clubs, to be honest. I think the big clubs will be fine no matter what. But I think for the Norths, Melbournes, the St Kildas, if we lose players, I think it's a bigger hit to us than some of the top clubs, and obviously Gold Coast and GWS with the influx of picks that they get, Brisbane, Sydney, we know all of that. I just think for pure equalisation, this sort of system might actually get those teams up quicker than what it is currently.
Pommy?
It's a bit there to process. Sorry about that.
No, I'm just trying to work out. So are you saying that kind of almost like a compensation scheme that if a club takes the best player, there is almost a cap ascension as well given to the selling team. So, argument's sake, Collingwood buy Jack Silvani, who is a massive marketing, all the number one shirts, it's off the back of him. Are you saying that, let's just say he wasn't a free agent, say Carlton agreed to deal second rounder, are you suggesting that Carlton could also ask for $500,000 more over 2 years on the salary cap so they could bring in a more marketable player?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind your suggestion that it could be maybe not for every player in the competition because, the Ronnie Burns, no offense to him, but marketing-wise, crowd-wise, probably not going to have the same pull as an Asai Wanganeen Malira. But, yeah, maybe for your top 5 players, maybe that's something that's into the contract. It could be over time a bonus for them. And then if you lose them, the club gets a bit of that money back. I'm not too sure, but I don't mind your call on...
you nominate 1 or 2 or 5 players who fall under this rule.
Correct. Yeah. Which might be another way to entice big names to come to your club. If if you say you've got 3 players on that deal and say we want to get Harley Reid, then he's in that and he gets that bonus over time. And then if we lose him, maybe that's covered by the club that wants him. So I don't know. I think there's something there. It's probably, we're not going to get that answer right now, but I just think picks for certain clubs in certain situations just doesn't cut it. I think financially clubs deserve more, especially if you've put in 4 years or how many years of building that player to that level where they are marketable. It's because of that club. It's because of what you've done.
Are you subconsciously preparing?
No.
Yeah,
no,
sounds
no.
like it.
This is.
I'm just asking.
I'm using him. I'm using him as an example because it's relevant and it's the most. It's the one I know the most information about, obviously. But who else? And say who would you be like on terms? Nick Dacos would be your most valuable in terms of marketing, in terms of crowds. I dare say Charlie Curnow is probably one of them for Carlton in terms of crowds, in terms of just bums. Like we talk about bums on seats. Bums on seats is money for the club. You don't have that player, you lose the crowd, you lose money. So the club taking that player should pay up. Because they're going to make that money, aren't they? Taking that player off you.
You see, I agree with you, right? I see where you're coming from, but you see, my argument is here. I think it's way too easy in the AFL in today's era to put the blame on, say in this argument, Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide have seen a player that is born in South Australia and ready, and hopefully would want to come to there, make them better. I think there is way too much. I think list management in this country is far too easy, right? Because what happens is everyone waits till the last year of the deal, like we have with JSOS, assuming that he's going to have no interest and you can lowball the player. So there is never any ownership of sign him up now and have good list management strategy. It's delay it. We can see if we can pick anyone in the cap, things like that. Or then you get clubs who do the inverse, idiotic things like Keziah Pickett, a lifetime contract really early. No one does anything intelligent of a 2-3 year deal and go, right, we're going to have good culture, good success, good building. In 3 years' time, when people come, you're going to re-sign a year before because you like it. So I don't mean this nastily, but fuck St Kilda. They should have thought about that before it got to here. Fuck Carlton. Should have thought about that before you got August the 12th. You chose to make him a key defender. He showed something. You're in trouble. So I think we're making it way too easy. It's almost like a victim mentality. Oh, wow, I'm going to lose a player. Welcome to professional sport. Be good. Have a good culture. Have a good reason for it. Like, I'm sure I speak for Port Adelaide fans here. You lose 1,000 members next year because Nas goes. Couldn't give less of a shit. I've got Nas on the halfback flank, baby. So it's not the 17 other clubs to subsidise the lack of love from your football team from its fan base. As the same as it's not McRae's responsibility to worry about upsetting Carlton's feelings by having a dinner date with Jack Silvani to come to him. His responsibility is make Collingwood better. Carlton's responsibility should be get the player under lock and key or get rid of him because he doesn't fit in your wage bracket. I just feel we're already now in a situation where everyone is like, oh, I don't want to lose players. I don't want to lose players either, but it's quite simple. Get on the fucking phone, sign him, and sell him a dream. And quite simply, I think it's too hard for AFL players to leave their club. It should be a lot easier. And I think I hope to live in an era where players can just walk, because then there's a bit more onus on selling actual things to players as opposed to pipe dreams like, look at the cute little trophies and we've got a cute little song, Carlton. Sell real things that matter to people, winning, being good. And then I think you'll see everything increase. But personally, if I was a list manager, there's not a player on God's green earth that would get more than a 3-year deal. It's ridiculous. In my opinion, 3-year deal, Cap's set up for that. And then sell to the player, the culture, the ecosystem. Don't just do the long-term deal and then go, oh, it's all right, you're stuck here now. Like, do it. Like, I hate the fact Collingwood got away with the Brodie Grundy deal. And yes, they are paying it, but ridiculous management. Like, ridiculous management. And they've bailed out of it. Ridiculous, though. Like, risk losing him for good structure. I see what you're saying, Jake, but I just hate
I was just thinking from a pure business point of view, no emotion.
No, I agree, but I would then say if your finances are dictated by NAS, why the hell is it August the 12th and he's not on a 3-year deal? That's a you problem. That's not a Collingwood.
He would have. He would have been. We would. There's no point in trying to sign him 7 weeks ago because his price has gone up maybe 600,000 or something in that 7 weeks. There's no chance he would have done it 7 weeks ago.
You see him every day at training, so you should have known he was capable of this. It's not his fault he's got there earlier.
I've said it many times. I didn't think he was capable of being a potential Brownlow medalist this quickly, or if at all. I've said that on the channel many times. I don't think many people thought. I don't even think Port or Adelaide thought this. They're just in a good position where he's out of contract and they can throw their weight around.
And again, that's his problem. But that's your problem. Like, that's your development staff, your coach, your recruitment, who have either not had the faith he'll do it or the stupidity of, oh, he's out of contract this year, we'll lowball him 500 and then 2027 he'll be Brownlow worthy, but he's stuck on this shit deal. Like, that's what I mean. There should be more onus on making a mistake and being punished. And I'd like to see clubs.
I wouldn't jump the gun
for being stupid.
I wouldn't put us into the category of being stupid or doing something wrong. I think.
Okay, if you lose Nasir, let's just say hypothetical, right? I'm not picking on you, but let's say Nasir's agent in June would have signed a 3-year extension at $750K a year, right? 8 weeks ago, you would have been happy with it, and Nas would be. In that interim, Nas has had a blinder for 4 weeks. And let's put it in perspective. He's been incredibly good for 4 weeks. He hasn't been incredibly good all year. 4 weeks, game-breaking. The 12 weeks before, very good, right? But now we are talking $1 million, right? Let's just say he would have done that 7 weeks ago. Are you stupid that you've waited them 7 weeks and he's had this blinder and his agent's going, nah, I'm 1.2, baby. I'm 1 point. You're paying TDK 1.7. My boy's worth 1.2. Look at what he's producing now. That's the definition of stupidity to me.
I think he would have been on 700 plus at the start of the year. To be honest, I don't think he would have taken 700 7 weeks ago.
Okay, but he would have probably taken less.
I get your point.
8 weeks ago, if you put hardballed him and gave him 900, then a pay rise before the TDK news came out, locked him away, backed in, he'd be good. You've now put a rod against yourself because now he can go to Port and Port can say, Nasir, we'll pay you 1.4, baby. You're that good.
I mean, hard to know without the ins and outs, but I see exactly hypothetically, yes, I agree with you. But yeah, we don't know exactly what's
going on. So my point is that's on you. So like with TDK now, Carlton are in the situation because I reckon last year he would have probably taken 1 million. Carlton's offers 1.1. So last year he probably would have extended a year early for way more than he was worth. But Carlton waited and waited and waited, and he happened to have that 6-week purple patch.
Yeah.
So then you chose to pay him 1.7, which then puts Carlton in a situation of, do I want to fuck my cap or lose it? And, you know, when people cry about it, good. That's how the game should be. Carlton should have believed he would be this good. You should have believed he'd be this good last year. Too bad, too sad. If he goes unlucky,
Tom,
enjoy your members next year.
Do you think they should be paying contracts more on potential rather than performance?
That's what it sounds like.
Yes, no.
That's the balance.
Yes and no. I think there's an element with a young player that you've probably bought him at a value that you expect him to achieve. So with Nassi's case, 100%, there would have been, I mean, I loved him in the draft. I thought he was very good last year. Did I think he'd be this good this year? No, I'll be honest. But I think there would have been a part of where you'd probably pay him a little bit of, if it's a 4-year deal, 2 years he's going to be at the level I believe he'll get to. You've got to subsidize that and weigh it off. Yeah. But I don't like these, like the Keziah Pickett deal. They make me sick because he's been good 24 months. But 9 years?
9 years.
Anything could happen.
He's just doing that so that when he eventually leaves, he's under contract and at least his club gets plenty. That's it.
And again, stupidity. Like stupidity from me. Like if you really believe you're a good club, you say to Pickett, mate, look, this is where we're going to be in 2 years' time. This is where you fit in. This is where we think. I think you're worth 1.1 million. I know you want stability, but so do we. So 1.1 million, 2 years. Then we're both covered. If you think we're shit, you leave. Brilliant. I don't want you here. If I deliver what I promise, you know you're happy. All your mates are here. We love you. Like, I feel like the AFL list management in the last 2 years is, I want him. You can't have him. I'm willing to fuck the ecosystem because he's our player. And then what happens? You've got Carlton's salary cap squeeze. You've got Collingwood's list being too old. All this nonsense that gets reported. That's the clubs just being stupid and saying, we don't actually believe in what we're doing. We just want to keep everyone together and you can't have our toys. I'd like to see a situation where compensation is removed in this country. So I think the fact Carlton get a compensation pick for Jack Silvani, ridiculous. The fact Carlton get a compensation pick for TDK, ridiculous, in my humble opinion.
And especially how the picks are put out now. Like, didn't Franklin, didn't Hawthorn get it like a really shit pick for Franklin? But then
it was the same system. It was just because they won the flag, so people don't talk about it. It was banned one, but they won the flag.
It's like pick 19 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. But in an ideal world, I'd like to put the pressure on the clubs to sign them early. Make the decision, get the commitment.
Well,
believe in what you're doing.
This is the art. This is the art of list management and contracts. So for like Sam Walsh out of contract end of next year. If he starts next year, first 12 games of the season, collecting the most coaches' votes, we'll look back on this time right now and say, wow, this is the cheapest we could have gotten Sam Walsh today, right now, 12th of August, 2025. So but this is the art. You take the gamble, the information at the time. Nazaya Wanganeen-Miller 12 months ago, I don't know if anyone thought he'd be this good. Maybe they thought he would be very good. But this is what separates, the good deals from the bad deals. I mean, Carlton signed the big key forwards, long-term deals. It takes 1 or 2 bad years, and now you're questioning the value of them. So
quickly, just a good test case. Just a good test case for that was last year. Collingwood signed Darcy Cameron for a contract extension to take him to 2026. So he was contracted until 2025. Signs a 1-year contract extension until 2026. He signed that about midway through, so June, July, or something like that from memory, and it was for like $500K or whatever it was, right? Finishes, I think it was top 2 in the Copeland, and puts himself in All-Australian contention this year as well. Up until we've been playing shit for the last 6 weeks, but up until that point, again, All-Australian contention, one of the best ruckmen in the game, intercept marking, playing well above his pay grade, and then he's like, hang on, the contract that I just signed that you're giving me 450 for, West Coast are about to offer me 1.2 million over 6 years. I need you guys to come to the party now, otherwise I'm walking. Reportedly, that's how the sort of conversation went. I'm ad-libbing a little bit. But then, so you got him for the cheapest you can get him, but now he's playing well. Now he's saying, hang on a second. I know I've got a contract in there next year, but they're paying me 1.2. I want it now. I might just go home and get this money. So you got to come to the party now. So it's like you said, Terry, it ebbs and flows. It's hard. It's fucking hard.
Yeah,
Great
that's on
topic.
that's on the manager to
I know
sort that
people
through.
get upset about it because, I can see Marine. She's obviously a St Kilda person. I assume assumption makes an ass of you and me, so I'm wrong for one. But yes, you do open negotiations, but the fact is the AFL has a catchment that there is a benefit if you are wrong. So I've said it for years, and I'll be one of the few Carlton YouTubers. There's a lot of them who have complained when it's gone against us, father, sons, things like that. I've been against it for years. So I still think it is ridiculous Carlton will get a band one compensation pick for Tom de Koning, all because they couldn't have locked a future talent away a couple of years ago. So they do wait till the end. And a big part of leaving it till the end is because they can ascertain what their comp is. That's a big part of it. And because they've walked the cap previously to sign other players. What I'm saying is every other sport in the world, you lock down your talent early and you lock down it hard, fast, and you back in your culture. So the AFL has too many loopholes, in my opinion, for being inadequate and being shit. Compensation picks for not being very good. Compensation picks for not signing your star players. It's a professional sport.
Yeah.
You should be bad. When you're bad, you should be punished and you should get better. You shouldn't get handouts for being bad. Good teams should thrive for being good. So I think you'd get better equalisation, in my opinion, if TDK there was no compensation because the top players couldn't possibly keep all their best players. So eventually there would be clubs like you with a war chest who could approach big players and go, they can't physically fit it into their cap. I can get it for free by paying you 1.5 million. I think it would flip the other way. And because there's no compensation picks, clubs would have more of a tight squeeze because they couldn't bail out on these types of deals. Because right now, the evidence is there. The compensation picks for players leaving hasn't worked right because teams then make stupid trades or do stupid deals. The fact that you can't get a compensation pick if you sign a free agent, even more ridiculous. So if a good team, like say Carlton in this stage, we lose a great player, we can't sign Sam Draper, say, to replace him, we'll lose the compensation pick. Ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Great topic. Let's keep
Good
it
one.
moving. That was fantastic. Luke.
All right. So I'll what's the time? Oh, Jesus. That was a good topic. All right. So I saw something that piqued my interest today via good friend of Saints TV, Kane Corns, and he's listed 6 commandments for his commandments of football. So I'm going to go through all 6, and I want you guys to tell me if he's right or wrong about them. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So the first one, they've tweeted it like it's from the Bible, so I've got to say it how they've written it. So, thou shalt not form a guard of honor for an opposition player unless they have played 300 games. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
300 games. I agree.
They shouldn't have a guard of honor until he's played 300 games.
Yeah, so no 200, no 250.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, so
I mean,
that's 2
context is everything. But anyway, moving on.
Number 2, thou shalt not form a retirement guard of honor for an opposition player who has played less than 300 games and hasn't achieved multiple All-Australian selections.
Love a specific.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
So So thou shall I sound like a fucking tool. Thou shall not form a retirement guard of honor for an opposition player who has played less than 300 games and hasn't achieved multiple All-Australian selections. So, for example, Frankie Evans retires next week. I don't know who you guys play, but both teams, the opposition doesn't form a guard of honor for him because he hasn't played 300 games and no multiple All-Australians.
Yeah, look, the chat's saying context. Yeah, I think that context is important. The story, like Doc didn't play 300 games, or
that's who I was thinking about. That's
exactly.
Exactly.
I think the league kind of decides on it. Yeah,
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'll be different. I think the club should. So like these guard of honor, perfect. I don't opposition. I think it can be as it is. It can be as it is. I think the club should honor them player, but for me, over 300 games is still rare, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's getting more common, but I think that deserves respect. But like a 220 gamer, I'll say Nat 5. Nat 5, someone mentioned in the comments. He's won multiple things. If that was 245 games of 0, though, I don't see why a guard of honor for another club should be bothered. I personally don't like the look of it.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Yep.
All right, so the next one is pre-game jumper presentation shall be performed only by a club legend. So minimum entry requirements are the Hall of Fame inductee, premiership player, or a significant family member.
Don't
they already do that? Doesn't have them. Like, what does Gold Coast do? Or what
that's because there was a couple on the weekend that was done by like previous players and stuff who I think he's referring to.
What does he care what they do? It's in their rooms. It's private. It's not. Why is that something on his mind? It seems like an odd pet peeve.
It's Kane Corns. What isn't on his bloody mind?
I think usually it's an ex-player, it's a teammate, or it's a family member. I don't think it's ever really outside of that group, to be honest, from what I've seen.
Yeah, but he's being so specific to say you have to be a premiership player or a Hall of Fame inductee. He's obviously got some agenda against someone, right?
Yeah,
umpires shouldn't get a guard of honor if they're umpired 500 plus. Only if they've umpired 500 plus games.
Do umpires get a guard of honor?
I've never seen it. They were actually
Ray Chamberlain did.
That's the goal umpire on the weekend in our game. He celebrated, I think, game 300, but I didn't see a guard of honor or anything after the game, so not sure about that one.
I just thought this would be a bit of fun. I don't know who he's referring to here, but no umpire officiating in a grand final should celebrate by getting a premiership tattoo.
Ooh, obviously.
Or he knows he's rated someone out there.
I think that might be referring to like because you've umpired the grand final, even though you're not winning or losing it. Like that's a big thing because I think how many did Ray do? Like 5 or something. Like that's a big honor. Do you think umpires should get premiership tattoos?
They can if they want.
It's a big achievement for to umpire an AFL grand final.
100%.
Yeah.
You're the person who has umpired an AFL grand final. Like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Tommy?
Umpires, no, they get way too much attention. Like the game's about the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a tattoo. It's their own private thing. It's their body. They can do whatever the hell they want.
No, if players are doing it, I don't care. Umpires doing it in the private thing, but I think publicly celebrating an umpire, come on. It's about the players.
And the final one, thou shall not jumper swap with an opponent unless both are of elite status in the game. So we saw that beautiful moment, Fife and Boak. I think jumper swap should be more of. I'd love to see a Harley Reid, Nick Dacos jumper swap in the first game.
I think, the significance, it's up to them. Again, context. Like if it's both their debut game or their mates or they had a one-on-one battle, they both got 30 and a goal in that game and it was unreal. You want to take that merch home and remember that game. Hey, I played on Nick Dacos and I played well and he had a rip. It was one of the best games I've played in. You can do whatever you want. I think that's each to their own. I think he'd be thinking of, what was the one that someone took Chris Judd's jumper? He was like, was it Cam Guthrie in like game 5 or something? Took Chris Judd's and swapped it. I think there was an interview. They asked Juddy where he's put that jumper. I don't think he owns it anymore, to be honest. But it's definitely not. It's definitely not framed up on the wall like Guthrie's got of Judd. But I think that's a bit of fun. I think that's just good sportsmanship. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
to
no, I
just
love
let
it.
it be.
I think bring jumper swaps in. No, I just wanted that was it. I just wanted to just lighten it up a bit because I knew
That was good.
I had a couple, but then Terry off camera said you got a bit of a big one. So I thought we'll just have a little bit of fun and get into that one.
No, you can go. If you've got more, you can do.
No.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Did you make up your own? Did you do your own list?
Have your own.
Yeah, hang on. I'll
Yeah, mate.
I want to hear some.
I'll get my.
Put yours in
I'll get
the
mine.
comments too. Everyone,
I
put
got
yours in
nothing
the
to do.
comments.
I got to fucking watch. I got a Russ along tonight at 9:40 p.m. I got nothing to do.
I'll just be sitting there with. Anyway, if I do it,
I need to see a video of you teeing off in the media. It's brewing. I need to see it.
In the fullness of time, Terry. In the fullness
If
of
Nas
time.
signs, I expect a fucking bloodbath from you.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Where are all my notes going? Hang on.
I'm trying to think of one on the top of my head. What's another thing players do?
You know what I think? I think the players get to decide what the players want to do.
Yeah. Personally, the one thing I can't stand, and I don't get it, is when there's a stop in play and say Kerno's taken a mark, but they're stopping the play for a player to go off the ground or they're assessing a goal decision or whatever. The umpire wants the ball. He just wants to hold the ball for no reason at all. Just let the player hold the ball. Just the game stopped. Why does he need to hold the ball? It just feels like a very weird power trick. Give me the ball. Like, I need to hold it. Like, get over it, mate. But anyway, that pisses me off. Every time I see that, it fires me up.
I can't find my notes. I don't know where I put them for the ones that I have written down. That was it. Just a little bit of fun. Just break it up a little bit.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll go next. I'll go next. So I think I've asked this question before, but I want to add a layer to it. So I would like all three of you to open up another tab. Sorry. You don't have to do this. But the idea is go to your channels and let's watch, 60 seconds of your oldest video. So your first video that you posted. And basically you're welcome to share your screen and like play it for 60 seconds or whatever you're comfortable with, or not play it at all. And I guess the question is, having watched your first video that you ever did, what would you tell that person that you're watching?
Oh, look at this kid. What day was it? Let's see. 23rd of March, 2018.
Really?
That's the date of my first YouTube. 19 likes, 682 views, 2 comments. Love it. 6 comments. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, my one is March 3, 2019.
Do you want me to? Wait,
Yeah.
do you want me to actually share screen?
Yeah.
If you're comfortable with it, yeah.
I can. How do I do this?
Or if it doesn't work, you can send the link in the private chat and I can share it and do it here.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. Give me 1 second. It's nothing special. I've definitely done worse.
There's something special about
this. Is so funny.
Okay, we'll do Luke.
First one, right.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
Okay, this is great. This is amazing. Okay. So, all right, we'll watch it for, I don't know, however long you want to watch it for. I don't know what to do.
Fine. Watch it for 60 seconds.
So the video is called Welcome and JLT Preview.
Whoa, JLT, what throwback.
3rd of March, 2019. This was Luke's first video.
Hey!
I'm Luke, and this is my channel, Swoop Luke.
Oh, actually, skip this. This intro goes for like 40 seconds.
Football club, not the inner city suburb that houses about 9,000 people. So what will Swoop Luke be consisting of? Team news? I got that. Team selection? I got that.
Ooh.
Match day predictions? I got that.
Match
day reactions? I got that. Inner sanctum and player interviews? I don't got that yet. Maybe in the future. So let's get swooping.
That
So
didn't
the
fucking
first item I
happen.
want to cover is something that happened throughout the week, which was our leadership group got announced. Not pretty much, it's exactly the same as 2018. Penrith as captain, Sidebottom as vice captain, followed by Adams, Dunn, and Howie as on-field leaders and rounding out the leadership group. This means that Pendles becomes the third longest serving captain of the Collingwood Football Club. He's really cool, very good leader, very good footballer, and hopefully by the end of the year he holds that Premiership Cup. I also like the idea of consistently keeping Adams in there. Since he's come from the Giants, his footy skills has grown rapidly, and when you go to the games and sometimes when you see it on TV as well, you can see that his on-field leadership is second to none. And that's exactly what we need this year with the new rules of, no runners allowed during the play. We need those guys to step up and help the younger team. So the second item,
Look at that
Buckley's got a contract
news.
extension
Wow.
until
Yeah, I love that.
2021. It's really good, really good.
That's
I
iMovie. That's
was
got to
a
be
Buckley
iMovie.
doubter.
It is.
The
It is.
2016, 2017 season. What can I say? I couldn't see a game plan. We weren't going anywhere. We were falling down the ladder. But 2018, he really turned things around. His coaching style changed. We could finally see a game plan. And look where it got us, 2 minutes off the grand final or a kick off a premiership. This could be the year. This could be the year.
All right,
Nothing
enough.
would make me
Enough
more
of
happier
this.
than seeing.
We're done.
Okay. So, look, reflections, and what would you tell this man in the screen?
So I actually really I remember not this one specifically, but starting it and stuff. I had my dad's big Canon camera, and the bastard of a thing didn't have a front like a flip, so I couldn't see the screen that I was just recording in hope that I was in focus and stuff. So that's why you can't really see the it's a little bit blurry. I'd tell myself to cut my hair. That top is way too tight, but so is this one that I'm wearing now. Also, you can see. So back then I don't know what you guys do now, but I would write out like my script, and you can see I can't really remember what I'm saying. So there's like lots of jump cuts and stuff. But I'd probably say to myself to just loosen up a little bit and have more fun with it. I think I was still very much, worrying about putting myself out there, and I didn't really show a lot of personality like I do now. But no, I'll just tell him that I'm proud that he bloody started and that he chose to do it, and we get to do this full time now. But definitely shave that fucking hair.
Amazing. All right. Let's go with Pommy. Let's go, baby.
So it's actually my third video, but the first two you didn't see my face.
Okay.
So there is a caveat because we used to just do images when we first started.
Right. Now this will just load. Maybe I should.
I could have just gone with the first one I done Blue Abroad, but I've got off.
So this is 7th of May, 2020. Amazing. 7th of May, 2020. I'm going to share my screen. It's called Who is the Greatest AFL Team of the Modern Era?
Hey up, guys. Pommy Oz here with something really exciting for you today. So a lot of analytics, and I've got a thing that I call TPI, which basically compares players and compares apples with apples. So what it does is it kind of doesn't favour forwards, doesn't favour midfielders like traditional software, it kind of equalises it. And I thought it'd be really fun over the last couple of months. I've been trying to do older competitions and compare them to today. So what we did is we've taken 32 of the best AFL sides of the last 30 years.
Wow.
Make it on an even playing field. So obviously there's a lot of complexities with that. Obviously interchange has changed. We've got rules changed. So what we tried to do is come up with some algorithms to try and equalize that. And I think we've done pretty well in the testing. So we thought we'd make a 32-team World Cup soccer type tournament where 32 teams compete head-to-head and find out which team is the greatest of them all. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So you can see Group A here pops up, and we've got Brisbane 2003, Essendon 2000, Richmond 1974, and Melbourne 1964. And you can
Good
see
times.
and Essendon, they cream that rose to the top in this group.
I
9
haven't watched
points
this
for
video since they actually
Brisbane and
released it. No,
6 points for Essendon. And you can see here that there were some good results, and the all-3 Brisbane game versus Essendon was a real nail-biter with Akamanis kicking a goal right at the end. And you can see here that them two are the two that progress into the next stage. The Richmond 74 team, they did well. They really did compete well, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. And they were the two teams that went through.
So polite.
Group B was a real rip snorter of a group. We've got North Melbourne 96, Collingwood 2010, West Coast 92, and Geelong 1963. And North Melbourne, with their firepower of Carey, they really did steal the chocolates in this one. And it was a real tight group for second place. As you can see, Collingwood, West Coast, and Geelong all nipping points. A real surprise, I thought, for me, was the 63 Geelong side beating the Collingwood 2010 side, with Polly Farmer having an absolute day out, with 34 hit-outs, 2 goals in that game. And his mate Goggin absolutely tearing up Collingwood's midfield. However, that loss didn't do much for Collingwood because they still made it through to the next stage. So Group C, Carlton 81, Collingwood 02, Sydney 05, and St Kilda 66. Now you can see here that Sydney and Collingwood are
skip this one.
Can
you skip this one?
Through. Carlton 66, St Kilda squad. You can see Sydney.
Okay.
Oh God,
Wow.
that's good.
Wow. That's fucking clever, man.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's awesome.
Always been the smart one. I just don't get the kudos, to be fair. But no, thank you.
I'm going to put the link to that. I'll put the link to all of them in the chat.
No need.
Well, this is in my chat. So if you're watching from Blue Abroad, that's the link to Pommy's first video. I'll put Luke's in there if you want, or Luke, you can put it on yours. Wow, Jake. Okay, this is great. Oh, mate. Okay. This is called AFL Round 1 2018, St Kilda versus Brisbane preview, Saints TV, 23rd of March 2018. Oh, wait, sorry. What am I doing? Pommy, advice to this esteemed gentleman over here. Sorry, I missed the whole point of the exercise.
Move the fucking camera down so your head's in the screen. That'd be probably the first one. I relaxed a little bit because honestly, hearing that back, I was like almost like it reminded me of how I taught at private school. So that's not how I taught. That's how I taught when I taught to someone who's posh, and that's not who I am. So probably that. Graphics, maybe work on them a little bit, but
pretty good, man.
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, I suppose. I think I could have probably done a bit more with it. I mean, yeah, enjoy yourself a bit. You can see I'm very nervous. I can sense the energy. I know me very well. Where now I don't really notice the cameras on and you guys are here. I was very judgmental on that. And yeah, I'd probably say if I could have Pom, it would probably be a bit more. Don't pigeonhole yourself too early. Keep doing these types of videos because them videos didn't do very well, but they are the kind of shit that I really enjoy. I enjoy not talking about football in the terms of like just one thing, like Cal, and I enjoy talking about football and enjoy talking about the complexities. So yeah, probably make that adaptation very quickly. Don't wait 5 years. Do it now.
You could do this exact same series with every club who's got multiple premierships and, you know, for each club to figure out which of their teams is the best of all.
You would be shocked, though. These things don't do genuinely well, Terry.
You mean on YouTube?
Yeah, unless it's like some guy drinking dog food in a box outside of the G. It's quite hard. Like you've got 3 things going against you when you do these videos, right? 1, I'm English. 2, do you know what I mean? I like to have fun and be stupid. And 3, I do like deep diving, so it is quite hard to get the traction that you do. Like the cheat code for those out there on the internet. Just be a complete idiot with the IQ of a turnip and like snort sherbet or something on the camera and just say you're AFL. You'll get a lot of views. So it's a lot of work, Terry, is what I'm saying.
Fair.
So,
No, that's
so
fair.
these kind of content, it's not just me turning on the camera and chatting bare shit. It's like a lot of work went in that. Like, big shout out to Mike in the UK that redid. To do this, he redeveloped the IDOS Championship Manager using my algorithm, so we could simulate games 1,000 times to get the data. Like, he did that for free as well, for pure banter, because he liked the project. There was so much work that went into this, like ridiculous work, man. Like ridiculous. I can't tell you. Actually makes me sick. I've forgotten that was like 6 months in the making. That video for like 50 fucking views.
You know what, chat? If you want to find out who the greatest team of all is,
go watch the fucking video.
click the video at the end of this and go watch it yourself and see what happens.
Like, I genuinely totally forgot that video existed until you made me do it.
All right. Are you ready, guys, for Jake?
I'm so ready for Jake.
This is not edited. This has got nothing.
Oh, he's in the car! Yes!
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey guys, and welcome to Saints TV. I'm just in the car, going for a bit of a drive.
He's driving.
Driving?
Illegal.
What are you doing?
Season
I don't give a shit, baby.
against the Brisbane Lions, which is going to be very.
Oh, he's nearly hit I've nearly hit the back
very
wall there.
interesting.
Wait, are we incriminating you?
A little bit less talk about this season compared to last.
Vic Paul, arrest this man.
Are you going to park or are you going to keep driving?
Nah.
I can't remember. I think I probably keep driving, to be honest. It's 4 minutes long. It's not that long of a vid. So
The best bit is if you actually get 5 minutes into this video, he goes through an off-license drive-through and necks a beer.
Were going to be, and that they were going to be the next two to really challenge for the premiership, or at least try to get in the top 8. And really be the Bulldogs of the competition and come out of nowhere and do something special. But it hasn't really happened as smoothly as we'd like. Everyone's talking up Melbourne. Everyone's talking up Carlton. They did well against Richmond.
Throwing shade at Carlton from day one.
Yeah, but it's just something that hasn't really taken place yet. But I think the main talking point is the lack of A graders, and we're going for the Kellys and we're going for the Dustin Martins of the competition.
we're still doing it, baby. We're still trying.
And so I guess the next step is to hope that a lot of our B graders are going to turn into those A graders and take us to the next level. And when I say B graders, I mean the players that are turn right. Yeah, I got that. When I say B graders, I mean the players that. The Rosses, the Akers, the Greshams, the Robertons, these lesser likes that, I mean, Ross isn't a lesser like, but you know what I mean, that they still have huge potential. They're all hitting that 80 to 90 game mark, which is when everyone and all the experts say that that's when players are going to come into their own and become real superstars of the competition.
He's so level-headed.
Membry, he's only played like 60 games. Like, there's players that you feel like have been there for quite a long time, but they actually haven't. They've been there, for 2 or 3 years. Like Membry's 21, 22. So it looks.
That's
like
weird to say.
That's
weird to hear.
That's wild.
Going into this game, I'm super excited. I mean, first game of the year is always incredibly exciting for me. It's at Etihad. It's against a team that we're probably expected to win, which kind of makes it a bit more nervy for me. Because it is Brisbane. They've got Luke Hodge now. They've got a lot of top picks that over the next 2 to 3 years are going to really lift them into hopefully the higher parts of the ladder. I don't think it's going to happen this season. I think they're going to maybe get a few scalps, but I'm hopeful that the scalps that they take will not include St Kilda Football Club. But you never know. They're pretty good at Etihad from what I've seen. Almost beating the Dogs there last season.
Skip to the end, Terry. What do I say? What's my close? How do I close this?
Those 3 games after round 3. So
turn right, then turn left.
I don't know why he talks, by the way, but just ignore him. Yeah, so I just wanted to have a chat about that and kind of preview the game. I genuinely am excited. I think Bruce Membry and McCartan are going to make a very good forward line. It's interesting to see how they go.
700 call out.
Turn right, then turn left.
But remains to be seen. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. It's my first video for Saints TV. I've got a couple of other channels that I do sports talks for, but I thought I'd do something quick now and get your thoughts. Let me know how you think we're going to go. Are we going to make top 8? Are we going to push and surprise people? Are we going to be lower than even, just outside the 8? Let me know, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you think our season is going to go. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you soon.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Fair enough.
The lines,
Okay.
which is going to be very...
Jake, the reflections, and what would you tell this
Reflections.
version of you?
I thought I was too. Maybe that was the charm back then, but I thought maybe I was too professional. Maybe like we all say it, loosen up, but that comes with experience anyway. So that's just the journey that you're on when you're on camera. But I'd done stuff in front of the camera before, up until like this wasn't the first time. I did my Arsenal channel, like you guys know. So it's not the first time I did YouTube then. So I kind of knew the ins and outs, but maybe not drive. Maybe not drive would have been the key one. Probably too distracting. Although I thought I kind of handled it well, but yeah, I wouldn't drive, and obviously I wouldn't do that now. I think I did it a couple of weeks after this video, my first ever live, which was in Geelong, and I was driving back from Geelong, and it was pissing down rain. So it wasn't the smartest thing to do. And I remember people commenting saying, maybe don't do that. You're going to get in trouble. But yeah, the key one, loosen up and don't drive. Don't drive and do YouTube. And turn the nav man off. Yeah,
What's with the voice, bro?
He took a bit of the limelight off me there. So yeah, probably just loosen up, simplify. But otherwise, that was all right.
So this was the first video you did for Saints TV. Were you doing videos elsewhere or like audio only elsewhere? Like, was this like the first?
No. That day, so probably 40 minutes before I even recorded this video, I thought of the idea, created the Facebook page, made the logo, and then I did this video on the way to my parents for lunch that Saturday morning or whatever it was. So I did Saints TV within that hour of this video going up was all created. Yeah.
Fuck.
So it was a big day because I was doing Arsenal. I think I did Arsenal video that morning, and I'm like, Saints are on. Maybe I should do something for them. And then I just kind of, when I think of things, I just kind of, I'll just do it in one hit. And I just did the logo, did the Facebook, and did the video and put it up, and that was it.
Damn. All right.
Let's go to
here we go.
Blue Opera. Oh my God! I brought it on.
TD Sports.
So this was my personal YouTube channel before Blue Abroad, and I was uploading content here. And then I realized, oh shit, no, I'm going to do this, and then started the other channel. So yeah, 20th of July, 2018. I had done everything on audio from before round 1. And then this was the very first video. Ugh.
All right. What's up, Carlton people? Good to be on video this time. Got myself a little tripod, and I'm going to be experimenting with the video format for the podcast. It's going to be available as it usually is in sound for you to listen on the way to work or wherever it might be. But for some of you who prefer the video format, we're also going to be including that maybe once a week, twice a week. We'll see how it goes. I'm always up for trying new things. Teams are in. Obviously, we play on the Sunday, 6:10 a.m. for me here in Tel Aviv, and
6:10 a.m.
I'm getting up in the morning, early morning, to watch us not put in a good performance. So I'm hoping that this week isn't the same. Now, obviously, given that it's a Sunday game, as an extended bench, so what we have at the moment is Cruiser and Jed Lamb are both out. Cruiser obviously being managed with that terrible heart injury. I mean, I'm not sure if you call it an injury, but that heart condition.
You call it an injury, mate.
Suffered from last week. That's a bit of a scare I don't really. It's a bit unprecedented. I know that Caleb Marchbank had the same issue the week before and played the week after, but Cruiser seems to be one of those guys that just, we have a little bit more caution with him. I think given his history and given his importance to us as a club moving forward as well, I think it's the right move to keep him out of the side. Jed Lamb, he's obviously suspended. He's let himself down a little bit. It's interesting because obviously Sicily is out injured now, and that just so happened to be the case. But yeah, I thought Jed Lamb was putting together a body of work to be proud of. I thought he had shown a little bit of improvement, his ability to win the ball around the stoppages and impact the game when he didn't have a specific role to play, an antagonist role. So a little bit disappointing for him. Together, and Bolts can probably help with this, given that he's had a lot of time with Hawthorn. Can somehow put a game plan together to get under the skin of the Hawks, to frustrate them, then who knows, maybe we can make a game of it. So
we cannot.
Looking forward to seeing that. I will not be putting out an episode tomorrow when the final teams are out, but I'll be doing a review after the game. So I'll catch you there. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can be smiling again at something. Really, we're looking for something. I think it was 0-0 last week in the St Kilda game. And
that's what we like.
I was really happy with that because we weren't losing. So it kind of goes to show where we're at. We did obviously show a little bit of a comeback in that first quarter, but it was pretty much nothing from there. So hoping for a better week this week. Fingers crossed. Stay strong, and I'll speak to you on Sunday.
Fuck, was this from last week, Terry?
Yeah, this is insanely relevant.
Just looking for something to smile about. Wow. I didn't realize how much I used to tick and touch my face.
Yeah.
That was also probably
eyes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably a sign of the times. I was going out partying a lot back then. That might have been had something to do with it. Yeah, I think you all kind of said it. Just loosen up. But obviously you know why, because you just don't know. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing? You don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I guess it is cringy. And usually when I watch old videos of myself, I get that cringy. But at the same time, I mean, to see what's happened, it's like, thank fuck you did that. Like, thank fuck you actually took, like, you had no idea what you were doing. Like, it was worth it. So yeah, that's interesting stuff right there. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's interesting that we all showed even now you watch those videos, to me, at least you can spot the strengths in everyone. And what they can exaggerate, what they can really hone in on and make their own. So whether it's the setup, where you did it, how you spoke, maybe your intellect in a certain way, your knowledge and what you shared, all four of them completely different, but all really, really unique at the time. So we were onto something straight away. You could tell. Yeah, at least from watching that, So that's awesome.
All right, that's it's I think it's more than a throwback. It's almost like it's like a lock, when they like a time capsule.
Yeah,
it's a time capsule. It's like, this is what we had. This is the equipment we were using. None of us were using microphones. None of us were using these really good cameras. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
can we do? Yeah, exactly. Can we do a time capsule thing now? So, or at some point, maybe the final episode of the year, and then we look back on it in a year's time and see where we're at. I'll probably say that Naz is still here, and we've got TDK, and we're flag contenders. Yep. And then we see if that actually comes to fruition. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Very good, lads. All right, Pommy, bring us home.
All right. Well, I wanted to discuss something different because, there's some things that stats can't answer, and that is, why do we love players? So obviously I'm repping Francis Evans today, and he is someone that obviously much maligned. Everyone hated him 6 weeks ago. I think every week me and Terry have had to field questions. Why do we have Evans on the list and we let go of Owies? So I thought, who is, and I want chat to give me this, who is someone that you love that isn't popular? So I don't mean someone like, Nissia or someone like, Chris Judd, someone that you loved that maybe was much maligned by your football club or could be another sport. And I want you to think of the three things that made you love him or her, that person, what you have, so we can maybe find what makes a fan favorite real.
Oof.
Damn, that's a tough one.
Present or past?
Yeah, it could be present, past.
Does it have to be a player?
Doesn't have to be a player if you don't want. Any sport as well. I'll take any sport.
I think
what
the
made
one that
him lovely.
the one that comes to mind just mainly because I was looking through my old videos as we were watching my video. But I think Jack Madgen for me. One of the whipping boys for a long time. Jack came into the team. I'm pretty sure as like a Cap B rookie, or he was a basketballer, so he wasn't playing much football and stuff. And was just obviously didn't have the skill set of like a Darcy Moore or someone else that was down back. But that whenever he was on the field, he was going to give you 110%, even if 100 of that 110% was just like mess ups or, a spoil to the wrong person or dropping marks. You would know that he was that type of workhorse that would give 110%. He would bleed for the black and white stripes. And I think for me, that's what makes someone, what makes me love someone, even if they're sort of much maligned or whatever it may be, someone that will, is going to give every single thing that they have.
Love that.
And it was just it was a cult figure as well, an absolute cult figure.
Jack Madgen.
Jack Madgen.
What a man.
Ben Leonard, Nick Graham. Shout out Nick Graham.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Shout out Nick Graham. Yeah. Eric Cantona.
I mean, that's a big name, isn't it?
Oh, this is a good one. David Hale.
David Hale.
Robin
Van Persie? No.
Got Caleb Hooker. Ronnie DeLulio. Very good. Very, very good. Who else have we got here? We've got Eddie Betts. David Allard. Yep.
David Allard.
Big fan in the WA community. Absolutely. Anyone else, guys? Who's this? John. Is this?
Hopalati. Oh, dear.
He's that rugby player, isn't he?
Yeah, master of the hidden finger.
Oh. Brent Quera.
Oh,
Jeez,
yes. That is such a... Yeah, Woody's... That's a great one. He was an absolute weapon in the forward line. I remember, actually, as he mentioned it there, the very start of the 2004 Wizard Cup, he comes off the line at centre half forward, runs into the middle of the ground, and absolutely nails Cameron Ling with an elbow. Like the dirtiest bump you will ever see. But he kicked like 7 or 8 a couple of games that year. I don't even know what year we lost him. He just kind of was there and was brilliant and then disappeared and then was at Hawthorn. And he had obviously hair growth implants put in and a superstar. That's a great one.
Michael Hurley.
Mollop.
Very good. Very, very good. Now,
just quickly, Joe. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's what St Kilda gave. No. So he played for Port Adelaide previously.
Yeah, he played for Port and then he played for us and then he played for Hawthorn, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the other. Keep going. Sorry, I'll keep looking.
Burns.
Ronnie Burns. Dylan Robertson would be up there for me because we would have gone on to be an absolute star, but obviously his heart problem put a premature end to his career, but he was on track to be a future leader of the football club. It was, I think, from Fremantle, Dylan Robertson. I don't know how many games he played for Freo, but that's one that I'm like, when you think of careers that you just wish they got to play their full journey and really see what happened. That was one. Even Cozzy would be one for me, fan favorite, and one that I think we didn't quite get to see the absolute best of.
Yeah.
I think another one for me would be Travis Cloak as well. He was really hit and miss with Pie supporters, mainly because he missed goals all the time. But you knew what you were getting with Cloaky.
What about Jason Cloak?
Mate, fuck, we'll never forget that. That
Didn't he play
he missed out on 03.
He played in 03, didn't he?
No, yeah. So he missed out on 02. I'm pretty sure because of that suspension. And yeah, we go on and famously lose that one. So, and he would have played he would have played a really good fucking game as well. But yeah, we love the blokes.
If you had been watching Blue Abroad from day one, you will know Mark Murphy was my guy. Like, he was my guy. He was the number one draft pick when I just started getting into it properly, and I was like, this is the kid, the prodigy. And then he had 5 years into the system, he became All-Australian, won the Coaches Award, the MVP award, and he just elevated, and he was so skillful, and he was quick, and he's everything that we lack. And I think Nick Dacos even credits Mark Murphy for the way that he plays now. Like, he also loved him. Yeah.
That's why he went to Carlton when he was younger, because he loved Murphy.
Murph. So I loved him. And then it's he had horrific injuries. Dangerfield ran into him. Hodge ran into him. He just lost. He always had the skill. And then somewhere around 2018, 2019, 2020, the fans, a lot of them turned on him and forgot and started calling him soft and just forgot, like, his body was breaking down because he had put himself into so much of harm's way. And it was tough towards the end because I always loved him, and he really got me latched into it. And yeah, he was a bit more maligned towards the end, but yeah, he was a good one. That was my guy.
The Crips before Patrick Cripps, right?
Murph.
Sorry?
They're like the Crips before Patrick Cripps with the way they
it was funny because, like, we were crying. He wasn't built to play like Cripps, but we sort of made him be the contested midfielder in the team. And now it's funny because we have Cripps and he's a bull, but we need a skilled midfielder that can hit targets inside 50, which is exactly what he was.
Yeah.
Pommy, aligned blue.
I've had loads, haven't I? Because I've had loads of fan favourites. That it's famous. If I adopt you because everyone hates you, you get delisted. Who can I think of? You know what? I've got to say, Aaron Mullet. The Mo dog. Why did I like Aaron Mullet? Well, you know what I liked about Aaron Mullet is, one, his tattoos. Because for some reason, Carlton fans genuinely, I reckon one of their prerequisites is you've never seen a tattooist to do it. And you've definitely never illegally street drunk. What I liked about Aaron Mullet is he was rubbish, but he worked hard both ways. Worked really hard both ways. Like, his ceiling was 4 out of 10, but I could never question it. And I've always liked people that fans hate. I think that's been me even in England, because, like, one of my favorite players growing up was Diego Forlan. And I think he went 14 games without scoring a goal, and United fans were horrible to him by like his 12th game. Like, absolutely. And I'd still turn up in my Forlan shirt, super proud. So I've always liked that willingness to keep coming again. I think that's probably the hardest thing as a sportsman, when you know the fans hate you, having to come in and do the job. That's got to be, that's always worthy of my respect, because it's not nice not being liked.
It's like a Granit Xhaka, right?
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Whoop. Ooh.
That's it. Yeah. Was there any? I wonder if there was an example like that in the AFL, like that extreme, where you get booed by your supporters, but by the end they don't want you to leave because they love you so much. His turnaround was remarkable. Remember when he went on? He was subbed off, and the whole crowd was basically booing him, clapping him off.
Yeah.
And he was giving the finger to the crowd or whatever it was, and then he turns it around. And I'm trying to think if there's ever been something like that in the AFL. I don't think.
Surely, well, not recently, right? Because their media would have eaten that shit up.
Yeah. Has there been a bad exit like that?
I don't know. I don't think Nothing jumps out to me that.
I mean, look, to be fair, like Lockie Plowman copped it from Carlton supporters. They turned off
Oh, do
comments.
you remember
for
his misses, like Collingwood game when she was absolutely
Oh,
on the
yeah. I
They
remember that.
turned off
Oh,
comments for his like last game or his farewell
yeah,
post.
I do remember that.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Man. It was bad. Yeah, it was no good. It was bad.
Yeah,
Lockie O'Brien was another one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian.
I remember the year he got delisted. I had a beer with Lockie O'Brien at a function.
Yeah.
Absolute lovely kid. Just so you know, like genuinely real nice guy. And he was rattling off the things his mum had been said to about him in Carlton forums. And there was some absolute brutal things. Like this poor kid, he's like saying, yeah, my mum cops it a bit because she does comment on the posts when people say about me.
Oh no.
And like, I never forget one that someone had replied and suggested that Mrs. O'Brien should have maybe done something else than fornicated with him. But what made it funny to me, and I shouldn't have laughed, but it was funny, is this guy had replied, he goes, she'd replied like something innocuous, like, oh, well, if one of his family was here, what would you say? And then he'd replied to that, not seeing that the name of the person was O'Brien. And like the poor kid, he's pouring his heart out to me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I'm so sorry that I give a platform to these people. I apologize.
It's tough. It's not as much the players that are affected by what he said. It's their families, which in turn affects the players.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I think gets often misunderstood. It's like, oh, no, the players are weak. It's like, no, they're not. They can handle the criticism and cop it.
Family sees it.
Yeah, that's the one. That they're the ones that like it affects them. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like there's a difference. Like I like speaking to players when you hear like I hate that soft thing because they're not soft.
Yeah.
I think any human being in the world, if someone accuses you of something that is fundamentally not true, you will be pissed off.
Yeah, man.
100%.
So imagine being a footballer and being called soft. Your game by definition is quite physically tough. So you're probably harder than 90% of the population just by playing it by default.
Oh, and then you look at the state of the people calling you soft and like literally are in their mummy's room, mummy's like spare room with like a bed that's not been done. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
type of people that like
get out there, sweet. Get out there, sweet. Oh, you're so soft, man. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, sure. Come on, man.
I got standards, man.
And it's fascinating when you speak to some of the players as well, like they're heavily under contract that they can't reply. Like that's a disciplinary. Even so much so that if family do it, it goes back on them. Like I couldn't imagine it. When I see some of the comments, I've got two boys. I'm thinking if you said that about me, like I couldn't stay quiet. Like genuinely couldn't. If you said that to my wife, what they said about Lockie O'Brien, fuck, there'd be death threats. Like genuine death threats, like coming from my DMs, and I wouldn't care. But like that must be so hard. And you know what? Speaking to some of the players as well, I've got a good couple of mates on the playing groups at different places. It's not them who see it.
Yeah.
It's their mates who see it and then screenshot it and be like, hey, mate, I stuck up for you today. This dickhead said this. And then it gets back to them that way. And it's like, I understand why you do that because you defended your mate and you want to protect him. But the ramifications that has. But it's also part of the course. Like, you sign up for it, you know you're going to get it. But like some of it, and then you get the ones who go with the moral high ground. They're the fans that piss me off the most, who are like, oh, I love my club, I'd never say anything. And there's like a difference between critiquing a performance and then saying to a player's mum that maybe she should have done fellatio the night of conception. Like there's a clear gradient, isn't there? He had a really bad game, he needs to develop versus you shouldn't have even existed. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's fascinating.
We could talk about this for like hours because this is a topic that I love to discuss. But like, just to even have the to even say that to someone about a game of football is just Whoa.
But people
they're,
say it in
they're just
life,
bowling
though, don't
for
they?
any sort of compliment or any sort of critique that they can get. You know what I mean?
No, but people do that in life, though, don't they? It's not just sport. Like, I think it's very naive that the media go, "Oh my God, Pickett got a DM," and I'm like, he shouldn't have got the DM. But that's life now. Life is like I'm on the melt and buy swap sell pages, and like you should see some of the comments there. Like some poor mum is selling a pram to make ends meet because the husband's left, and there's like comments like, she was selling stuff last week. Get a fucking job. What am I taxing? And he's like, oh my God, just let the poor girl sell a fucking pram, mate.
Yeah,
So
it's
we
crazy.
are in a nature where it's not just sportsmen. I think sportsmen
Yeah,
are
no.
just, they bring it to light as if that's abnormal. I think it's some of my DMs, we're all YouTube content creators. I bet if we went through some of our DMs, there's some quality in there.
I'll
They're
just
like,
go through-
I know there's
Go through
quality.
tweets and it'll be exactly the same.
Like,
No.
and just so you know, if you do send me a negative thing, just know that's my replacement for Pornhub, because when you send me hate, fucking turns me on. Because imagine someone you don't know has provoked a reaction of hate. Like, you have validated my existence beyond your purview. Like, it turns me on. It's like I'll live forever. But some people are like that. Yeah, it's fascinating though, isn't it? Like when you meet the players and they tell you some of the things. I remember Jack Silvani telling me one of the best insults he ever had there, and that was from Mitch Robinson at Brisbane. And evidently Jack like bumped him, and Mitch Robinson looked him up and down. And Jack's like, the fuck are you doing, Mitch? And Mitch is like, I'm just surprised a man like you who's lived in your dad's shadow has got a tan. And I genuinely, funniest thing I've ever heard. I was like, bravo.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't argue with that. I'm like, that's not offensive. It's on the bar. Well played.
Yeah. Very good. That was great stuff. We should tip, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Before Jake has to go watch his Ross along.
Oh, the Ross along. Jake, are we doing a Ross along or are we not Ross alonging?
It looks like I can get it on the screen here, so I think
Hey!
it's going to be very
Content
anticlimactic.
Content
Jake,
creators will make content out of fucking
Just-
anything. Just
Mate,
proof.
yeah.
This is.
Anything.
What we got to do, man? What we got to do?
I
You
don't
gotta
do
remember-
I don't do tribunal watch alongs though. So
It's not about
Oh, there's the
content.
pot shot.
It's
there's
less
the
about
pot shot.
content. It's Jake's been pot shotting Carlton since like the day he was born.
Literally
Yeah,
the day he started.
We
Literally.
need to open that door because he didn't know us. Because he just so you know, chat, this is how much of a fraud Jake is. He says he only abuses Carlton because it's banter and we're here. He didn't
100%.
fucking know we existed when he was in his soppy mum's car. Do you know what I mean?
that
His
that
mum
was
had
my
gone to work. He was driving around. In
that
her
was my
fucking
car.
Harrier car.
Get stuck.
Nah, it was his mum's car. No, that beep
Well, I was
you heard
already-
was his mum going, Jakey boo, don't forget the
I was
red
already
wine
7
dinner
years. I was
tonight."
already 7 years moved out at that point.
Nah,
Long
behave.
gone, long gone.
That hairstyle is a man whose mum licked her hand.
That was
and
Alphington.
flicked
Nah, that was Alphington with my best mate. That's where I was.
Nah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Can I
Okay.
get a one in the chat if you believe Jake had moved out of the house that time?
Yeah.
Two if
This
you
is
didn't.
as good as asking the chat if they know the contract talks on Twitter. It's essentially the same shit.
I
I'll know
just
more
can't
about
believe.
that.
I just can't believe that a club like St Kilda, who's on the precipice of turning it around, is going to kick out their future captain by paying.
I know. I
Rico
can't.
the same money.
I can't believe we're going to do that, Terry. What a shame.
It's just anyway. Let's tip, guys. Let's
Yeah.
tip. Can I start with my lock of the week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collingwood.
Oh,
Lock of the week.
fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's
Lock
go.
of- This is typical Collingwood.
Yep.
Away
100%.
from home, back against the wall. All
That
the
sounds
doubt.
sounds like very similar to what you said last week when I said Hawthorn would win because they were too quick.
What did I say?
You said exactly that. This is typical Collingwood. They'll live for the Hawks.
Okay, yes, but
Nah.
they got belted. So,
Oh, but
you
it's
know.
yeah. No, they saved it for this game. They saved it for this game.
Well, you know, I've done this to St Kilda a lot. I just keep backing them in until they turn it around.
Yeah. Well, are we
Anyway.
backing us? Are we backing us on
Jake.
Friday?
Surely,
Yeah,
right? Like this is
surely.
just
Prime
this is-
time.
Zach Merritt's out. Dylan Shill is suspended.
Nas is going
couldn't
to
get
Port.
couldn't get
Far
much
out.
worse. Couldn't get much worse for Essendon.
You
but
know what?
yeah.
Ironically, my lock of the week is actually Essendon. The Cripps effect. Terry, you know when Cripps is out, do you remember that Fremantle game? So
Yep.
Merritt's been carrying them. Young Bombers, the Bebbies.
Saints
Go
don't
out.
score, you know.
You know, St Kilda have had a bit of squeaky bum time recently. The Bombers,
Jeez.
mate.
Nah, it's not.
I hope I'm wrong because
This is
uh,
the
because
only
the
game
worse
where
we are, the better the pick we get for TDK. But like genuinely, the Bombers see the Bombers fly up. Jake on the
Nah.
bottom row next week, crying.
Hey guys, shout out to Jeanette. She's watching from
Oh,
hospital.
Jeanette.
Oh,
Wow.
Jeanette. Get around Jeanette,
Really big.
everyone.
Really big supporter of the channel. Comments on like every single video. Yeah, sending you love. Hope you
Sending
feel
some love,
better.
darling.
Yeah, I hope you're well, Jeanette.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good vibes.
Um,
A watch along Jeanette as well. She always pops into our watch along. So sending our love to you.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So Pommy, you've gone Essendon. Jake, you'll go the Saints. Luke?
I'm gonna go Saints. Yeah, I can't.
I mean, I'd
I think-
love. Nah, I can't.
to be
I
fair,
can't.
I got to say the Bombers were pretty good against the Cats. Like they
Oh,
really did try.
So I have
Here we go. The downward.
I'm saying that was the Bombers' grand final. They gave it their all in that game, and I think this game there, boys. If I'm not confident in this game, I can never tip us.
Please, if there is
That's-
football gods,
There-
you have a chance to do something incredibly hilarious next week. Just
if we lose to West Coast and Essendon in the same year, mate, jeez. I'll tell all those players to pack their bags and go because that's a problem.
You're West Coast. You're still West Coast only win for the year.
But they were good against Adelaide. I got to give them credit. That was a good game.
All right.
Don't
Okay. So,
ignore
by the
it.
way, there's a game between first and eighth at the start of this round. So, like, this is getting interesting. Freo, Brisbane, Friday night.
Fremantle.
Freo.
yeah,
Yeah.
at Optus.
Yeah,
They've
they're
won 10 out of their last 11. I know they're doing this thing where they come back at 3/4 time like the Pies used to. But I think Hayden Young might be playing as well. Think he's back. Or he's listed as a test maybe. So that'll help.
I think they've got the momentum. They're up and about. They believe now. That's the thing. It's there. The top four is there. Probably wasn't. They didn't think it would be there, but a couple of teams have lost games and opened the door. One being Brisbane, and I think this is their chance to take it.
Fair. I just can't. I'm too much of a believer of the Lions. So I'll tip the Lions.
Yeah.
Pommy?
Tom?
I've got a feeling that's a 3-month deal, and I don't know why. I hate it, but I just think Fremantle at Optus is where you want to be.
Okay. I mean, it's a massive road trip. It's the longest road trip in footy, right?
Yeah.
All right, 3 against 1.
Like it's huge if they win it. It's
So
like
Freo
whoever wins
top
that
4?
position.
Like flag mantle is real?
Well, any of those, even 8th, can still make top 4. So it's just that tight that you just got to take your chance.
All right, fair enough. Okay, hey, we've got a nice little round happening here. Gold
Yes,
Coast,
it's-
GWS, people first.
I honestly, no Jake Stringer. I don't know how much that really hinders the Giants though. But I still think the Giants. Over
I
the
weirdly
Suns.
think the Suns. I would have said Giants a few weeks back, but I don't know. The Suns, similar to Freo, I think they're just on a roll at the moment. They're just playing good footy. Ben King's looking unmatchable. Yeah.
This will be. I'm going to tip the Giants here. Yeah, Pommy.
Pom's not tipping the Giants, the frauds.
Oh, he could.
Suns.
Okay, so that's 2-2. I guess it's up to the chat. All right, chat. Type 1 for Gold Coast. Type 2 for GWS. We need to split it. There's 719 of you watching.
Suns.
Okay, don't talk. Yeah, okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh, one.
Oh,
I'm seeing a lot of
oh,
ones.
lots of ones. Oh,
Okay.
oh.
I think the ones have got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who wins?
All right.
Ones
I
have
think
got
that's a Suns.
Suns. Okay.
Suns.
1:20 p.m. Saturday afternoon at Marvel. Saturday early Arvo. Carlton, Port Adelaide.
Blues.
What?
I said it last week. I'll tip
Yeah,
you against
100%.
Port, and I'm not changing that. I back that.
Yeah.
I think you'll win.
The Baggers get a win? All right.
Yeah.
Jeez. Fair enough. And then finally for the round, we've got not finally.
Oh.
Hawthorn Melbourne at the MCG.
Oh,
Hawks.
I want Melbourne to win, but it'll be Hawthorn.
Are we Hawthorn? We're happy with Hawthorn? All right.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
North Melbourne, Richmond, Ninja Stadium.
I think Richmond.
Yeah.
They were actually, they were decent on
I'm going to
Sundays.
go North for Marnie.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
He's
going
done it.
Tigers.
Pom?
Yeah, I think North as well, but I'd love the Tigers.
All right. Chat. 1 for North, 2 for Richmond. I'll give you 30 seconds.
North. Oh, lots of twos.
All right. Where do we go? Is it
Seeing a
North
lot
or
of
is it
twos.
Is it Richmond? I think it's Richmond now.
Richmond.
All right, Richmond it is. Interesting.
Okay.
Sydney Geelong, SCG.
Oh, Swans. I would have said the Swans if Brody Grundy was playing, but he's out with concussion.
Yeah, but the Cats don't have a.
I still want to
dominant
say the
ruck.
Swans, though. I still want to say the Swans.
Jeez, they were good against Brisbane.
Yeah.
They were
they're
good
fantastic.
against Brisbane.
They were
Yeah.
very good. Heaney.
It makes you think if they didn't just stuff around the week before, they were up at halftime against the Giants, maybe?
Mm.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Sydney's
Sydney.
good.
I think Sydney. I think this will open up the top 4 again.
I'm gonna back you guys in.
Yeah, I think the Swans in a close one.
Western Bulldogs
Oh.
will beat the Eagles, right? Like,
Yeah.
This will be the Bulldogs by
do we
a lot.
want to just like tip into this little area here?
Yeah.
Essendon and Carlton,
Blues.
Collingwood. We'll go
Yeah.
Gold Coast to beat Port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crows. Richmond.
Geelong. No. Sydney GWS to beat Saints. League.
I think the league. Depends. I reckon depends on this week, but yeah, I mean they'll be the favourites. So I would tip us. I don't think it's out of us to. We'd only. It would end.
Well, the
their
Giants need a
season,
win
though,
to play finals if this is what's happening. So,
which is it'd be nice to actually knock a team out. Last year we did the job, but Freo stuffed us. So it'd be good to actually end a year. That'd be nice.
okay.
That's going to
Freo.
be huge.
That I think will be the Dogs, just because it's a marble.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's it.
Yep.
Brisbane Hawthorn.
oh
Brisbane
my
would
God,
be
that'd be
out of
nice.
the 8.
Holy fuck! Didn't even notice that. I think that's good. I think North, but this is uncharted territory for Brisbane. They've been in the top 4 for the last 3 years. They haven't had to worry about.
Missed.
Imagine if the reigning premier misses on what is it, 14 wins or something like crazy.
Pom, you can tip this game. Brisbane Hawthorn.
At home, Gabba, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brisbane.
But yeah, which means
Gold
that
Coast
the 8 is,
Essendon.
yeah. So the 8. So Giants miss anyway.
You're
Suns.
telling me the Suns are going to finish top 2.
Holy crap!
We've got them.
So it's going to be Adelaide v Geelong at Adelaide Oval, and the Suns v the Pies. At where will they? At People First. Watch the drama of the venue on that one.
Jeez.
Fuck. It's literally. I don't know if you guys have been, but it's a nice stadium, but it is literally the worst stadium to get to. It's in the middle of a highway. Ubers, DDs, fucking nothing will come up that way. Nothing will come back. So that's not going to be fun for whoever has to play there.
Just move it to the Gabba. Move it to the Gabba.
All right. So in the chat, you guys, Pommy has got his link to his T-shirt. Pommy, can you give us a little tour of it?
The tour of it. So yeah, we came up with this the other night. We were a little bit high on the ecstasy of Carlton having a good game and seeing a small forward from our football club actually be able to kick goals. So that was a bit exciting. So as you can see here, all been custom done. So we worked hard on it. You got Frankie instead of the A. A bit of a laugh, and seeing that Alex Pomcotter's no longer here, I figured that we'd have a little bit of fun with it. But yeah, we had a 50 delivered. White are in stock at the moment, and the black one should get delivered at the end of this week with white font. But evidently it takes longer to print colour on a colour, even though I argued that both are shades, white and black. But
all right.
But I'm not a colourologist. I don't even know if that's a word, but it is now.
All right, get your shirts, guys.
But lots of merch is going on there. We've had to redo the website because the website hosting company increased their prices. So bear with it. All the stock will be going back on there because we've got a load coming in. So there'll be loads of quirky shit coming up.
Amazing. Yes, Christine, that one there is the link, the short URL.at/. All right, guys, that was an epic show. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Good stuff.
Good job.
Yeah, that was great.
Good job.
Always a
Thank
pleasure.
you, everyone.
Sure.
Yes, those of you who tuned in, appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you follow along with everything there. Oh, actually, I forgot. Let me put it in the link to the article as well.
Yes.
Copy link address. Here's the
It
link
was very
to the
good,
article.
this, Terry, though, I've got to say.
Thanks, mate.
You know, I usually take the piss. I'm the piss taker here. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, and if you want more content, the Rossalong. Are we doing Rossalong, Jake? Is it confirmed?
Yeah. I'll set it up after this. I'll set up the link and jump on.
Let's fucking go.
Kane's already taken a pot shot. He said every time Ross mentions St Kilda's age, drink. We would be absolutely smashed, Caro.
Let him know.
Jesus.
If we had a drink every time Kane was a tool, we'd be dead by now. That's the top comment. I rate that.
Oh, is that what you? Did you just tweet that to him?
Nah. I'm waiting, and I can't. If we finish outside the bottom four, that's great. He's wrong and I'm right. But then I have to wait for Naz because that's the ultimate trump card, right? So I can't do anything until that's done. Because if it's Port, he'll hold that over me forever.
Oh,
so
that's it. You probably
Just fight him.
Just got to buy my time. I'm not buying. No, I'm not doing it. Nah,
Yeah, go on, Jake. Go on,
Jake.
Fight him.
I'm doing that. I'm doing the K. I'm turning into KSI. I want to fight all other YouTubers, fight media personnel. Yeah, that's totally me. That's
in your Prius.
In my Prius.
Real man.
That was a Beamer back then, mate. Take it easy.
I'll behave. Just full of shit. He is.
It was. You're
all right.
Beamer, tumbler of wine. The whole empire's falling down, chat. Right.
All right. Peace out. Good night.
All right. See you guys.